It definitely not supposed to. There you go. Little something get figured out. Yeah, we're gonna get new tops. Hi, Joanna. Look at that. Got some. Yeah, we're getting new tops for them, so they're not always going to be this little, but there's that one's open. These two are open. All right. See, look, he could just scoot up and let you in. Isn't that amazing? Not like, yeah, lift the chair and. Josh is here, right? Yeah.
Pops out.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Brandy can those leaves. I was having a garden together. I'm not too bad right now.
It's not too bad right now. Let's make sure.
Hey, mine's at my house too. That I kept my offer. Okay.
All right, guys. I know it's not quite as full as normal, but we're gonna go ahead and get started anyway.
But it looks full.
It looks full because we have small tables. If I notice a little something different up here.
Like it.
All right, so we're in process of getting some new tables and chairs. We picked this setup right here at a really good deal.
No, we've been wanting to get new tables and chairs. You guys think we may not notice that the other stuff is kind of falling apart, but we've noticed. So we pick up bolts and screws and different things that have randomly, like, we don't know which one this goes to. We do know that other furniture has served us well. And so we've been thinking about for a couple years trying to get some new furniture in here. But did you know it costs about $12,000 to buy furniture? And so we were able to pick this up at a deeply discounted price. And so Tim had a great idea, like, hey, why don't we go ahead and take it? And then we're going to order new tops for the tables that are actually back to the same length that the other ones were. These are 5-foot tables. We need 8-foot tables. So we're going to order 8-foot tops. So if anybody knows of a countertop company that, okay, there we go. I know. So we're in the process of pricing all that out. What's that? There we go. We're going to start, we're going to get bids. We thought we had something locked down. It's not going to work. So we're back to, if you do know a countertop company or something that might work for, 8-foot tables. I mean, and they need to be finished around the edge, all that kind of stuff. But these are cool because they actually, the tabletop, it's flat. It will fold up, and then you can nest the tables, and they're on wheels, and you can move them, and you can. So, like, whenever we have to rearrange the room for ALC once a month, Caesar won't have to tear all the tables down and move them, manhandle them, and it'll just be easier. So if you'll bear with us for a minute, it's not always going to be this way. There's still the same number of seating in here. You may just have to sit on the edge, but eventually it will all be, hopefully soon, all be nice. Do you like it?
Yes, it's very nice.
You like it? How does it feel, those of you that are in the chairs? You like them? They don't feel like you're about to fall, maybe? Okay, good. Not squeaking? That's right. And those of you that had fidget problems, you can twist and turn and roll. And I know, right? I get it. I've taught school. I get it. We called that flexible seating, so you can get your wiggles out. All right. So we're excited. Just know that we're working on it, and I think we're moving in the right direction. All right. Let's start as we always do. By the way, I should mention Lonnie will probably be here a little bit later. He's been feeling under the weather. Okay. Oh, yes, Caesar just texted me to remind me that also when we get the new tabletops, we're going to Tim also, master electrician Tim, has an idea for us to get outlets into the tabletops too. So as you sit here, you can have a way to plug your laptop in, not just have to be the one sitting right by the outlet. So that's kind of cool too. So big plans in store for Southland here. But so that's something good. I think that's something good. Tell me what else we got that's something good. Darren.
Got a daughter.
Oh, that's good. Awesome. Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, okay. That'd be great. Great. That'd be nice. All right. That is exciting. What else? What else? Tell me something good. Yes, Jake.
Son had a soccer trial weekend and he made it.
All right. That's great. I love that. Oh, he gets that from you, Grandma Stacy. Ashley.
Spent the last 4 days, Thursday through Sunday, celebrating Josh's fiance over in Innsbruck.
Okay.
And
Nice.
over near St. Louis-ish. We took the Amtrak over to Washington and did a girls' trip at the lake.
Fun.
Over there, and nobody got sick while we were there.
Nobody got sick. Is that a thing y'all do? You get sick?
There was lots of alcohol.
Oh, okay.
There was lots
Oh,
of
okay.
alcohol.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. There were 10 of us. No, we do. So
Okay.
all I win.
Congratulations there. That's awesome.
That means the next thing for their wedding is rehearsal.
Which is when?
This is 26.
26. So it's this month coming up. Okay.
2.5 weeks.
And she hasn't ran off yet. So well, that's a good thing. Non-refundable deposit. That's great. All right. What else we got? There's something good. Anybody else? Lisa.
Nothing like that. with a bunch of old ladies, like.
We already had the old movie party.
Yeah, yeah.
We did those too.
So, but that was fun. It was like the first kind of celebration we had for the wedding stuff, so, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And when's that wedding? October. Okay. Love it. Silas.
Flipping little girls on state soccer the other day.
Okay.
We actually have never done that, but I feel like the soccer girls are always good. Like they always get close, but they actually won.
They did it.
It's hard with public schools up against, I mean, they're playing all private schools, but pretty cool.
That
I
is
love
cool.
soccer.
It is cool. It is cool. It is cool. Very good. Congrats, lady. What are they? The chicks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Paul.
I was gonna say, I got 2 more referrals for clients of out-of-state agents this week.
How'd you get them?
Tom Ferry Network
Okay.
and our networking with other agents.
Yeah.
Whether it's PW or whatever.
Well, I knew you have a lot of lines in the water, you know, so to speak. So I didn't know which ones were working for you. That's great. Very good. Congrats. All right. Last chance. Anything else somebody wants to share? Hi, Sandy. Good to see you. Welcome back from the lake. All right. Anybody else?
I'll say.
Yes.
So I had a closing this week and I was, oh my gosh, it was a tricky, we were having a lot of issues with a septic and he wouldn't do the work until he got paid and we couldn't pay him till close. And anyway, it went back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, we closed and yay.
Yay. That is good. That is good. Yes, that is good. And sometimes they are stressful. We're going to talk about some of that in a minute. All right. Let's hear from our vendors. Yay, vendors. So let's give it up for Lisa. Come on up, Lisa. Appreciate you being here.
Okay, short and sweet. Holiday for Independence Day is Friday, the 3rd of July. Palm Agent, again, if you have not received anything for title capture and you want to switch over to title capture, Palm Agent at some point is going to be phased out. Please let me know. I can get those emails sent to you so you can sign up for title capture. Most importantly, Jody is going to be on vacation that week after 4th of July. So she is reaching out to everybody to get scheduled, get some information a little bit earlier than usual. So try to go ahead and get those responses to her so that we can get people on the calendar, we can get stuff ordered, that type of thing. So we're kind of a little bit ahead of schedule than we normally try to be. So thank
Very
you guys.
good. All right. Thank you, Lisa. All right. We got Todd Branson in the house. So let's give it up for Todd. Yay, Todd. Bring us some good news.
Yeah, good news.
Good news.
All right, so we've been working this year. I told my team and my IT sport team that I would work toward not being an old man and work toward technology a little bit. So we've been embracing ChatGPT, and at Fairway, we actually have an incorporated ChatGPT and our system together. So I can get on and I can check guidelines, things like that through ChatGPT. It just slows it down. The Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac guidelines are like 1,200 pages. Nobody wants to sort through that, right? In the old days, we had a book. Not kidding. So thank God technology's there. Anyway, so Sunday evening, I'm working on my rooftop. Have I told you how cool I have this condo downtown Lee Summit with a rooftop? Anyway, so I'm redoing the floors. And so that sucks. So all day Saturday, I spent 6 hours redoing the flooring. And then Sunday, I'm doing the same thing. So it's just terrible. Up and down, underneath, the whole thing. Not good for this guy. So Teresa Stocking calls me Sunday evening while I'm working. And I talked to her. And so she's asking me this question. It's another lender. They have this rule. And so it just happens to be that she has a retired teacher that just retired. And her first pension payment is July 1. Well, she's trying to close on this loan using the pension income. And the lender says, no, you have to have one check. You have to have the thing. So she asked me, is this legit? Because it's holding up several dominoes. And I'm like, I don't know. I truly didn't know. So I'm like, I don't know. There's weird rules with regard to income, future income. So let me ask Chat. So I get it on my phone, pull up our app, and I ask the question to it. Boom, pulls the guideline in 3 seconds. I have it all in front of me. I take it, I snap it, and I send it to her. So she's got it in front of her so she can read it to the lender that's not the guideline. The guideline says as long as she's going to receive her pension, which she worked for 30 years, before the first payment is due on the mortgage, you can do it. So instead of needing one pay stub, really all we could do, she could go ahead and close that loan, and then knowing that if she closes in June, first payment's not till August, she'd be okay, right? So I sent that back to her, all excited. She got the deal worked out. It's all good. Last thing, today at 4:30, I'm closing a loan that a few weeks ago I said I was available on a Saturday. I got a call from the agent in this office. She had a $600,000 offer to make. The pre-approval letter was from the little credit union. The little credit union's not available on Saturday to change the approval letter, answer any questions, do things like that. I took care of everything. An hour later, had a new letter out and all that. That deal closes today at 4:30. So A, I was available on Saturday, and B, they stayed with me, and 30 days later we closed it.
Awesome.
So she got a $600,000 purchase out of the deal, and buyer's super happy. He was buying without selling, so there was a few challenges, and we made it happen. So
Awesome.
guys, think about it. When it's weekends, if you go with your little credit union, your service level ends at 4:04 when they clock out, right? And if you're in a bidding war, which this was 9 offers, what's the likelihood they're going to take that credit union offer? Almost zero, right? All right. No offense to credit union, good people, but that's just not the talent. It's not going to be at that place, and especially the service.
All right. Thanks, Todd. Couple things I take away from that would be, and never say die, right? Like never quit. Like just because you got to no doesn't mean like no forever. It means like, hold on, let me find another way. And so having a great lender that will also do that with you. And then Todd, you said that you got into the guidelines and you read something. Like it actually helps to read the rules, like not just take it for face value. Nope, we can't do that. Like, hold on, let me verify, and so sometimes, yeah.
But I'm there to help Teresa keep the deal together that real but it's important to know that, hey, they need to get the guidelines right.
That was nice. Forgive me, I didn't catch the part. I thought you took it over. I didn't realize you helped them.
Well, the Teresa stocking one wasn't my deal.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. See, who you do business with matters. All right. Let's see. I see Ryan back there. Ryan Coover. Give it up for Ryan with Movie Co. Come on up, Ryan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry for being a stranger. I've had a lot going on, including shoots, which you guys contribute a lot of. I really appreciate that. But I set up a new system. Those who use me probably saw the email. And just a few things on that. Few reasons why I switched. The main one was so I can now offer some Zillow products. So the new platform I'm using is part of the Zillow group. And there's a thing called Zillow Showcases, which if you haven't heard of, you should look into. Now that KW is partnered or have a deal with Zillow where you can get referrals and stuff like that from Zillow, a Zillow Showcase they say you get more reach and more views. It actually puts your headshot in the top corner of the listing. So if somebody's on that listing and clicks, they can directly call you or contact you in hopes to get more leads. And also they just announced not long ago, you can put videos on the Showcase listing. So you can have a video with an introduction of you. The bulk of it has to be about the house, but you can do a short intro on the most visited home search app. And if you start looking on Zillow, different showcases, I can't find hardly any videos. So I think this is like very early. You have to use a photographer that can do showcases. So if you don't use me, totally fine. You got to find somebody that offers that. And then you have to get with Zillow, and not only do you have to pay me, there's a different package. I think you can do it per listing, or like if you're doing a lot with them, you'll have to get with their sales team on that. Changing sites, giving your feedback. I got rid of the fancy names. I went super simple on the titles of my packages. So it'll say package and what it is. One is photos and video. Very simple, obvious what that is. And I can now do custom packages. So like Shelby always likes to do an upgraded floor plan, photos and video. And then so we can make a custom package for that. And then one that adds drones. So then when she logs on to order photos, she has the 3 different options that she's going to choose every single time. So she doesn't have to sit there and pick each individual one. So if you're the kind of person that's like, I'm gonna 90% of the time use this one, but if it's land, I'm gonna, add on aerials and you want to build out custom packages, I can do that. We just need to set a meeting and we'll discuss everything that should be in it. Other than that, I'm learning more about Zillow Showcase. I've done a couple of them. But if you guys want a class on it, I'd like to get a Zillow like salesperson involved if I could arrange that so you can learn more from their side. But from the photography side, I can show you kind of what it'll look like. And of course, you can just go on Zillow and see for yourself. You can actually filter by showcase. If you're on Zillow and do the whole Kansas City Metro, you can go to their filters and look at showcases, and they're advertising that. They're pushing them to the top. So do some research on it. Might be worth looking into. Yes.
How much do you charge for the Zillow Showcase?
So my basic package is $250. That's going to give you up to 30 photos. And I'm advertising this for like 3,000 square foot or less. So from my standpoint, what's required for me is I have to use a certain software. You have to have at least 10 high quality photos, which you're going to do for most properties. And then you have to do a Zillow 3D tour, which is similar to the Matterport tours, which is nobody really orders anymore since COVID was kind of done. But for some reason they're requiring it. And then an interactive floor plan is what they call it. So you'll get all those for $250. And then there's a $300 package for bigger homes.
Okay, so the showcase doesn't cost us or the consumer anymore. It's just whatever package you buy, and then the Zillow Showcase just comes along with it based off what you do.
So no, so you'll pay me the $250 for the photos and the floor plan, and then whatever other media you want to add. And then Zillow has their own charge.
Okay, do you know?
So the one that I've done, I talked to the agent. He said that he had to pay $300, but he's part of a brokerage that is not a part of the new deal. So I don't know if Keller Williams gets a different pricing. I tried to do research up there, and there's not like a price sheet. It's based off your area and different factors. I'm hoping Keller Williams gets better deals because they're part of that new partnership.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
But it's all pretty new. That partnership's new. But if you can start getting leads and more reach, I don't see the downside. So, yeah, any other questions? Yes.
They make purchase decisions and they didn't have to fly.
Yeah, exactly. And the 3D floor plan is very cool, or the interactive floor plan, to kind of jump around in different spots of the house. But the biggest thing with the showcase is having your profile that you set up will be at the top and very obvious in their face. So if they have questions and they don't have an agent, I mean, I think the chances of them clicking your information is going to be much higher compared to a normal listing.
I was scrolling through, we were talking about it, and you did some aerial photography for us. And if you start scrolling through Zillow, and you should all be scrolling through Zillow, because that's what all of your customers are using. KW apps, kind of phones. They promote it higher, and then normally when you click on a listing, it says contact an agent at the bottom. That's never the listing agent. On the showcase, it's contact you.
Yeah.
So it's
Nice.
they're not selling it off to somebody else. So
Right.
It's pretty neat.
Normal listings, they're going to promote whoever is a Zillow Premier agent, and they're going to send it to their people that are paying them for the leads. If you pay for a Zillow Showcase, it's your show. So
Nice. Appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you. Ryan? All right. Rustalyn and Raylyn with Apex. Let's give it up for these ladies. I do have your, whenever you tell me.
Okay, go ahead. That's what we're gonna focus this on.
There's one in the, do you do, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's good. So
Okay.
this is a lateral line. This is a clay tile lateral line. And any clue what this is? Yeah. Poop. It's
Yeah.
sludge.
It's like,
We'll give the next video or the next photo too. So this is at just looking directly into it versus the top of it. It's roots and all kinds of good
God.
stuff in there. So the reason I'm showing this to you today is because when we do funding at closing, the inspection report said that there was no surfacing of effluent, and they said that it was working fine.
this one was working fine.
This is working fine. So the gal and her husband that lived there have been living there since February. So they don't understand why this has failed. They think that we are trying to get more money from them. So we're there to do a tank replacement and we're telling them, you don't know what you don't know until you get in here and start digging. And we're like, these are what all of your laterals look like. She's like, but where's the water been going? And I'm like, well, you clearly have had like, that's why we're here for a tank replacement because your tank is cracked. And so it's all going into the earth, right? It's not going through your laterals. They don't know this. They don't know about septic. We're just in a situation where she doesn't believe us. And so we're just going ahead and doing a septic tank replacement and hooking this all back up and the county passed us. What do?
Wow.
You try to tell people what's going on and they think you're trying to get money from them. Clearly this is passionate for me because I'm like, what do I do with these people? So we passed inspection 20 minutes ago and we've hooked everything back up. And I said, let me know whenever your stuff starts backing up into your house. Not only was this situation here, but their drain tile around their house was hooked into their distribution box, which then goes to here. So they want to know if we go ahead and hook that the drain tile back into that distribution box to go right through these laterals again.
So what part of this failed? Was it the inspection?
No, because the reason why the inspection passed, because they couldn't do the 60-day, on the inspection report where it has like the 60-day, they can't do that hydraulic load test onto the laterals. Does that make sense? Because it has been vacant for God knows how long, but it's more than 60 days. What?
I was just saying, nothing's been running.
Nothing's been running through it. So if you do push a little bit of water, if they were to push a little bit of water through there, it would not come back as correct results because it's been dried up, right? So the water's going to go through those roots and things like that. And it's going to make it through. So anyways, I just thought this was a really good example of be very careful on closing. So if you're the seller and you get somebody to agree to this, you're winning at life, right? But the buyer on the back end of this, what's my number I always give? $25,000 to $30,000. And they're just not willing to do it. So I said, instead of spending $8,000, $9,000 with me on a tank replacement, let's save that money. Let's do a soil morphology test and engineer design to confirm what dollar amount that this is actually going to be to install it. And then let's take that $10,000 and apply it to the $25,000 bill versus spending the $8,000, which that tank we probably won't even use anyways, because it probably won't even be in the design. So anyways,
Shoot.
I know.
Dang it.
It's very frustrating for us. But at the same time, we're trying to school the agents on both sides why you probably shouldn't move forward on this, especially if it's a vacant property, because we don't know until we get in here and we open it up and this is what we see. Yes. We offer financing. Yeah, we offer financing. Yes. Yes.
Is that bank-owned, property?
Investor owned. They know the trick.
Yeah, so they still don't pay money.
So people are wising up to this. Whenever it is a vacant property or bank, well, the banks aren't going to do this, but the investors and stuff, they know that you can't test those lateral lines. They're getting really intelligent about this stuff. So you, as the buying agent, get to be the voice of reason and help your client out. These clients still wanted to move forward, probably, right? Maybe. I don't really know I didn't get to talk to the agent. She won't even call me. So I don't know. But this is just one of those scenarios where you guys need to think on behalf of your buyer. I would not, in this scenario, close prior without either having at least half of those funds and your client understanding that they could have to spend this much money to replace it, or, hey, we need to break ground and get in here and see what we're working with before you close. Not everyone's willing to do that, but at least you told them that, and now you're not responsible or feeling guilty for moving forward.
How long does the water, like, if we know a property's vacant, we're gonna have an inspection on it in 3 days, if we go there and run some water 24 hours beforehand, or?
No, because if
how much water has
it has to be actively used. So let's just say somebody stopped living there 30 days before, you're fine because the laterals have not had enough time to dry up. It's the ones where they've been vacant for, a year or whatever. And then they had like mom and pop that's 80 years old living there, barely using water. They barely shower. They barely do laundry. And now you have a family of 4 or 5 moving in there's no way of course there's water going through there because it's leaking through the earth and a little bit's trickling through those pipes or those lateral lines. But when that big family moves in, it fails and everybody's wondering why. Yeah. You don't close before we get in there and do something.
Well, I mean, like, if we can't test it and it works fine, how do we?
Well, you wouldn't have known that was working fine. The inspection report would have said, hey, I can't test the laterals, but it needs a tank replacement. So the average agent and or buyers are not going to know anything. Just like I told them, this is clogged, your system has failed. Oh God, yeah. I actually had them come in
They
person.
said, no, that's fine.
They said, oh, well, it was working. We've lived here for over 30 days and it's working. Well, yeah, because the tank's cracked and the water's going into the ground. Like it's not even making it here. So, and then they have a distribution box. So you have this tank that's coming out of the house. And then from there, it goes to a line that goes to a distribution box, which has like 5 or 6 holes. And those are going out through your yard like this. So that distribution box was completely collapsed. So it was never even making it to the laterals. So
Shoot.
How do we do that? We can't protect our buyer. Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
well, the key there was they don't know for sure it's working because they really couldn't test the laterals. So as a buyer's agent, that is your job to help school them. And half of you don't want to do that because we don't want to ruin the deal.
Well, and let them decide if they want to move forward, knowing that they can't test the ladder.
Exactly. You got to put that in your buyer's hands to move forward. So this doesn't come back on you as the agent.
Yeah, put it in writing. That's great.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Randy, for calling me this morning. I have a weird situation going on. I have clients that we wrapped up inspection and the sellers have to know something's wrong with the laterals because you could see like the black moss on top of the grass and it was way saturated. It was a lot taller than the rest of the yard. I can share those pictures on our Facebook page so you guys can see what that looked like. But this is so convenient. In between us wrapping up inspections, I didn't say a word and then I submitted resolutions. They covered virgin soil with dirt. So now we can't really get a good, even if we have a dye test done, it'll take so much water to get it to go up through all of that dirt that it could actually fail the system by putting that much water through it.
Yeah. And you should not, in certain cases, you can put dirt on top, but most generally we don't want to. Those laterals are only buried a certain depth for a reason. And that's because they need the sun to help the good bacteria do its job within that soil. So that's why we don't just, so when you see people add dirt, that's probably another good sign that there's something wrong. Go ahead.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, did you have something else? Oh, okay. So if I understand, if I have a property that's been vacant, and I'm working with a buyer, I have no way of testing the lateral, correct? And I wouldn't have any way of testing the lateral until the home had been lived in for at least 60 days. Okay.
Good to know.
That is correct.
So we just kind of
Give them,
our buyers, so that
Yeah.
we can inspect the septic system, we can look at that, but if it's, like I said, if it's been vacant, that's gonna be up in the air.
it is.
So another
Awesome.
question, and I know this is hard, you probably hate this question, but what's kind of the percentage that I'm gonna have a problem with the lateral field at that point?
I would say on the high end,
Okay.
I would say 75%.
Depends on age too.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's a 5-year-old home, it's been vacant for, you're probably less likely, but she's correct. It is due to age.
Awesome.
Any other questions? Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you. We always learn so much. These having these great vendors in here to bring this education. You didn't know you needed that, but now, next time you're selling a vacant property on septic, you'll know a little something about that maybe you didn't know before. All right, let's play a game. I am watching our time tick away, so we are going to do this. So Jake and Laura, who's hiding behind you, Jake, you'll join this side of the room just for a minute. Laura, you'll join that side of the room. I need 6 people from each side of the room right here. Join me. It doesn't matter, any 6. Just come on, Jake, come on up. You start. Come on, Tom. 6 people. Just 6 people from both sides. I need 2 lines. We're gonna face off. Yep.
This is.
I need 4 more. 4 more. 4 more. Come on, Stacy. Come on, Steve. It's not hard. This one's not hard. I promise. I need 3 more. It's not hard. It's not embarrassing. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Raylyn.
1, 2, 3, 4 people. All right.
Come on, Laura. Nope. Nope. We're facing off.
Silence.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. We need more. Let's go. It's not hard. I'll make it so easy.
It's always a prize.
How many you got?
One more.
I need 1 more. Over here. 1 more. Darren. All right. All right. I need 1 more. Come on, Ashley.
2-5.
All right. All right.
Do they get handicaps instead of 2 bikes?
No. It's going to be easy. I promise. Have y'all ever played? Well, it's kind of like categories. It's my own version though. So this is going to be pretty easy. It's okay. So I'm going to give you a letter. You two are facing off. And I'm going to give it a letter, and you got to think of a real estate word that starts with that letter.
Sex cave.
No. Time out. Sex cave is not ever going to be a good answer. And I'm not giving you the letter S. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to throw out a letter. Whoever can give me a word that a real estate word, and it can be any gamut of real estate. Okay. And we'll start with these 2 first, and then we'll move back. Okay. And we'll kind of just keep scoring. It's just for fun. I don't.
Like the first one that says it gets the.
Yeah. So the first one will just be Caitlin and Jake. Caitlin and Jake. Okay. All right. Here comes our first letter. Ready? It's for you two only. The letter B.
Brokerage.
Okay. All right. Very good. Brokerage.
Yeah, Caitlin.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, you can sit. You can sit. All right. So you are all right. You can have a seat. Thank you. You got a point for your team. So this is the left. Well, it's my left. So you guys are the left side. You guys are the right side. I was going to say team 1 and 2, team A and B, and I don't want people to be all. Okay. So you two, Shelby and Joanna, your letter is the letter S.
Sales contract.
Okay. Yes. Good job. Good job, ladies. All right. Here we go. All right. You ready? Did you take your Prevagen today?
I did.
Okay, good. Vitamins.
I'll figure out there.
The thing I take, what's it called? All right. The letter is H.
House.
Oh, he got it.
Good job.
All right. Right side. All right. Darren and Ashley, your letter is the letter P.
Cool.
I'm going to go with pool on that one. I've thought about it. It would have been creative. All right. We got Ryan and Raylyn. Your letter is the letter L.
Listing.
Okay. Good job. All right. Last one. We got Laura and Steve. Your letter is the letter E.
Elevator.
That works. All right. All right. Good job, team left side. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. That was just for fun. That was just kind of something. Team left. All right. All right. I don't know how we lost people here. Silas, could I ask you to please pull the blinds? I'm being blinded by the light off of the. Thank you. Oh, that was Becca. I didn't even know Becca was back there. You guys got to warn me. All right. All right. Let's see what else we got. So that was just kind of fun. I wanted to do something a little short and sweet and kind of fun. So good job. We might do that again sometime. I don't make you dance and roll cookies off your face, and although that's fun too. I was gonna say that's a different game for a different time. So I do appreciate that. All right, we've got the ALC Spotlight with Tom O'Connor with the Finance Committee. Give it up for Tom. Woo!
I'm gonna try to be like Tim.
Woo!
There's only. one
Nobody
Tim.
can be like Tim. Be
Tim's out of town. He
be
said,
yourself,
please, he
Tom.
said, somebody bring the energy.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold this.
That's fine.
Oh,
However-
what are we gonna talk about?
This.
We're gonna talk about this. Okay, so tomorrow night, June 10th, driving range, Peculiar Golf, 6 p.m. Come down. There'll be Carpet for Less will provide pizza. They'll provide any of your drinks, soft and hard, bought straight from the driving range. It's always a really good time. Bring the kids. Like I said, make it a family thing. It's fun. They pay for all the range balls and all of that. Just come and enjoy yourself. So
Yes.
it's always one of our best events.
It is.
So,
It
yeah.
really is.
So, all right.
All right. Then we got
That.
class tomorrow.
All right. Wealth building class. I'm going to let you talk about
Okay,
that.
so in the month of June, on Wednesdays, we've been focusing on wealth and wealth building and getting the wealth side, the money side of your life kind of situated. We brought in Jeff last week that brought some great information. This is yes, Kent Lineberry with Edward Jones. He's coming into, it's called the Order of Operations. I don't see that on here, but that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
You want to say anything?
Yeah, he said usually realtors they want to go look at houses before they get a pre-approval as far as their financial situation. So we usually buy the boat before we have a savings account kind of deal. So this is just kind of the right way to build your financial portfolio.
Yep, prepare for the future in the right order, the right way. So it's just it's something. Come to Kent's class tomorrow at 10 a.m. All right, then we got. I don't know if you want to do the. Oh shoot!
So-
Seriously.
I'm going to talk. We're going to show you a video here in a minute. But before we load the video, I'm going to ask you, I need your help. All right. I'm up here, over here. Okay. All right. I need your help. Quick show of hands. How many of you know exactly what your real estate business made in profit last month? Okay. Not your GC. Well, so I thought the same thing, Darren, but actually you lost money last month if you didn't do any transactions. You paid. Well, I get it, but that kind of falls in the same line, profit and loss. They're kind of yin and yang, right? Profit and loss. So not your GCI, not what you closed, not what hit your bank account. Okay. So how many of you could tell me where you spent the most of your money last month?
Can I just say?
Huh?
Can I-
Wife? Yeah. I'm talking about your business, where you spent the money in your business. How many of you have a current profit and loss statement? Good.
Seriously, if you have a current profit, it's current. You got one. Two.
Yeah.
Okay. No judgment. No judgment.
Okay.
I don't have one. Mine's not. Mine's not.
So one of the biggest mistakes that we make in real estate is treating our real estate business like a job instead of like a business, right? So the finance committee, along with the ALC and leadership, have been kind of looking at ways to help us help our business, right?
That's right.
So most agents know how many closings they had. Most know what their GCI is, but surprisingly few know their net profit. So the reason we're bringing this up is there's a program that is like, I'm calling it QuickBooks for real estate agents, but I think it's a lot simpler than that.
Yes.
So there's a program and it's tied into the MERI model. It's Keller Williams's, they're connected.
They're connected.
So this company is called ReProfit, and they provide a system that's easy for us to to tell us how much we're making, where our money's going, whether we're becoming profitable, and helps us run our business like a business. So we're going to show you a short video, and then I'll be back with you.
All right. Let's see. Hopefully the sound works.
Welcome to ReProfit, the web-based bookkeeping solution designed specifically for real estate agents and their businesses. Getting started is simple. With our secure portal, agents can easily connect their bank and credit accounts, ensuring all transactions are automatically imported and categorized. Once connected, ReProfit automates categorization using advanced AI rule setting and built-in features. ReProfit even accommodates owner draw for commingled accounts, keeping personal and business finances clearly separated. Agents use a drop-down menu to set their anticipated closed volume for the year for one-click budget creation. This automatically generates the MREA budget model, making it easy to align financial goals and track performance throughout the year. Our red light, green light system highlights areas for improvement, empowering agents to make data-driven decisions that maximize profitability. This feature provides a clear snapshot of your business's financial health, so you know what to keep, what to cut, and where to invest when it's time to grow your business. RE Profit goes beyond bookkeeping. Agents can estimate tax liabilities based on their current tax bracket and track essential KPIs like cost of sale and return on investment for marketing and lead generation expenses. These insights help agents reinvest strategically and grow their businesses. Ready to empower your agents to take control of their finances? Contact us at support@reprofit.com to learn more. We look forward to helping your agents thrive with RE Profit.
Awesome. So did that interest anybody?
Yes.
Does that seem like something that may help you with your business? Okay, so this is available at a cost to you all individually, or it's available at a cost to the Market Center. And I think the Market Center is in discussion.
Yep.
And doing this, but honestly, we don't want to do it if you're not going to use it, right? So I kind of want to get a feel for the room.
That's right.
Is this something that you guys think that you would use? You can link your credit cards to it, your bank account to it, your stuff goes in it. I mean, it seems pretty simple to me for a guy that doesn't like doing any of this.
One more thing that it didn't mention that I do know, because I've been in communication with the company, it has a built-in mileage tracker.
Yeah.
So it will track your mileage. It will create a P&L list or sheet for you. It will get you ready for taxes. When you go meet with your accountant, you print something out and you take it. Like it said, it is connected. It was created by real estate agents for real estate agents and they're Keller Williams agents. So they follow the MREA. You heard red light, green light. That's a thing out of the red light. You know, if you have a red light, stop spending. If you have green light, you have room to go. Stuff like that. So that's.
You know if it allows CPA access and back
It's a good question.
payroll?
It doesn't do, no, I don't think it doesn't do payroll.
So I think they have, and I don't have that
I didn't bring
in
it
front of
with
me,
me.
but it's like $395 a year for a basic plan. And I think it's $800 for the upgraded plan. The Market Center can take this on for $2,400 a year, right? We have to decide if that's something that we're just going to provide to the agents, or maybe it's a $2 increase into our office bill a month. I don't know.
Well,
leadership is going to have to figure that one out.
It's $199 to the office. He's right, $2,400 a year. That is an expense that we have to look at going, does that benefit our agents? You know, because the Market Center personally is not going to gain from that investment. That would be strictly invested into you and it would benefit you. And then therefore it also benefits us when we have stronger agents who know their numbers. We always tell people, you need to know your numbers. Okay, like he said, you know how many closings you had, you know what your GCI was, but do you know what your profit was? Do you know what your losses were? Do you know where the gaps and the holes are that you can go and maybe plug? This is what will help you with that. And it's so, you integrate, like you said, your bank account and your credit card. And then you know, and if we do what Jeff's told us to do last week, which is have a separate account, separate credit card, that's what you link. And then it just is helping us run our businesses like a business.
Yeah.
And so anyway, that's why we wanted to see, does that sound like something y'all might be interested in if the Market Center were to either pay that? We could add on like $1.50 to your bill, or we could possibly reach out and have a vendor possibly sponsor it for us. So would you all be interested? Would you use it?
Would you use it?
I think so. Yes. There's a mileage tracker. Yes. We would do the basic one. They did say that you could personally choose to do the more advanced, and I forget what all comes with the more advanced. You could pay that yourself. You could, you know, we would provide the basics. And then they also have just online support, or you could call them and get support. Yep. Nanette. Sure.
Like how to do it.
Yeah.
And they will come in and
they will.
help each agent set this up. So you're not on your own to do it. Am I correct?
Correct. You are correct.
Okay.
Yes, we can figure that out with you.
We can figure that out. Yeah.
So let's do this. Raise your hand if you think you would use this, that you would find this useful.
Question on the chat.
12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. On the chat. Oh, Lisa, it could be Lisa. She texted me and said, yes, 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 I would use that system. So anybody watching, just text me. That's easier than.
So we've all stood up here or sat here and listened to Lonnie say how he goes out on his back porch with his glass of
Yes.
wine and his cigar, and he goes over his numbers
Yep.
every week.
Yep.
And you know what he does that is there's a power in that.
Mm-hmm.
There's almost a magic in that. Once you know where you really are, when you bring it out of the dark and you put it into the light, we allow things to grow. But I mean, and I'm lucky I got Carrie because she does that. Other than that, the commission would be coming in, the credit card would be here and here. And at the end of the day, was I able to pay my bills? Yeah, great. I had a great year. How much did you make? Don't really know,
Don't know.
right? But we've also heard of the agent that has done $10 million a year in business, who's made less profit than the agent that did 5, right?
Yeah.
And it's when we're able to track these things like this and keep an eye on it, it really, again, we go from us having a job to us running a business.
That's right.
Okay.
And that's what June is all about, is helping us get our stuff in order. We know how to show houses. We know how to do contracts. We understand that side of the business really well. It's this other side that is most of us struggle with. So if you struggle or you don't have a P&L, join. You're in the majority. And
All
so my job is and your job is to help get resources to make this as easy as possible.
Excellent. All right.
Awesome.
Good. We'll see you at Peculiar Driving Range tomorrow night, 6 p.m.
Yes.
Come hungry.
Please come. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate you. All right. Becca wanted me to let you all know, check your mailbox if you don't mind, because they're full. And you may not even know you have a mailbox, and that you just check it, see if there's anything in it.
Nope.
And please check it every so often. That'd be helpful. There is a CE class coming up on July 17th. If you still need one more, this will be the last one that we bring through here this year. Find this page online and sign up. I'm going to skip this because we're running a little behind, but Darren's got some for us. Give it up for Darren. Tom, I'll take your microphone. Thank you. Here you go, Darren.
All right, nothing serious. Rusty stole my thunder a little bit. I was thinking this morning, and I've had a few of our agents recently asking, they had problems. They had water in the basement. They had electrical problems. Every problem I've been told of in the past couple of weeks has been investor flips. So they're either crooked and hiding stuff, which some do, some don't, whatever, but they haven't lived in the house, and they haven't run the septic system like a normal family of 5 would. And the flippers can't know everything because they don't put a house under a load like our families do. I had a little house in Independence years ago when I was relatively new. So that was way back in the 1900s, kids. I had the buyer. The seller was a single, older lady. Buyer moves in with her 3 kids, and they immediately have sewer problems. Well, one lady didn't push near as much water through that sewer line as this single mom with her 3 kids, and the washer and the dryer always running, and the showers and everything else. So she immediately had a sewer backup. Seller honestly didn't know that there was tree roots because that little bit of water she flushed out went right through. So I guess that's always something I try to look at, is like, how many people are living in this house currently? And then here's my buyer with, 4 or 5 or 6 people moving in. It could be different. Just like the sewer example or the septic example. As always, pay attention to inspection days. I heard a horror story recently from someone out of state asking me advice. Well, the agent let the inspection days run out and nothing got fixed. That's not good. And
That's not
I
good.
don't want to take that call, please. And the last question, some of you soccer fans. First game is 2 days from now. The first game in Kansas City is a week from now. What do we expect if we're showing in Independence, Raytown, or Kansas City? I mean, is traffic gonna suck? How far will Overland Park be affected with buses and traffic and, you know, all that stuff? We don't know. Something to think about though, if you are showing, maybe add to your travel time.
Yeah.
Do know that there are some neighborhoods that will be close to the stadiums that will be completely shut down.
Blocked
within
off.
Probably like a half-a-mile radius, that they are saying there are permits only for residents only.
Yeah, so hopefully the listing agent is up on
Yeah,
top of that.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully.
if you're getting close and, you know, close to Overland Park hotels or, you know, stuff like that, something to think about. Yes.
With the big soccer games coming up, something that I saw posted, I think it was on KCRAR's website, was just a reminder that we can't use things like World Cup and FIFA on our posts.
They're trademarked.
because they're
Yeah,
trademarked.
just like Super Bowl,
Yeah, big soccer games,
the big
the
games.
big soccer game.
Yeah.
Yeah. At
Football.
Kansas City Stadium, not Arrowhead.
Kansas City Stadium,
Yeah.
not Arrowhead or Gayha or whatever.
Yep. That's true.
They do expect about 650,000.
To the area.
Over the 6-week
Mhm.
period, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
There's a lot,
For
there's
sure.
some worry about that's not gonna be that many people.
Yeah.
What I'm kind of hearing, the hotels aren't filling up and bed and breakfast, or the houses, you know, Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Aren't filling up. What was that memory pill?
All right. Right. Thank you, Darren.
All I got.
All right. Give it up for Darren. All right. Jake, I need your help. I have my backpack in the back. Do you mind under that counter? Do you mind bringing that for me, please? Huh? Thank you. Thank you.
Feel firm on there?
It's a little heavy. Huh? Was it heavy, Jake? A little bit heavy. I was gonna teach with it. I was gonna do the whole meeting like this, but then I would need a chiropractor. But those of you that have gone hiking, you guys are hikers. Anybody else go hiking? Tom, you've been hiking? Does the weight of your pack affect your hike? Do you take it into consideration when you're preparing for your hike? Have you ever started out with a pack you thought was going to be okay, and then you get on the road and you're like, wait, this maybe isn't okay. A little heavier than I thought. Because as you get further down the road and on the journey, you get a little more weary, a little more tired. It weighs on you a little bit more. So I've been talking to several of you, and I think this is a great analogy for us. That do you ever wonder why sometimes life just seems a little hard? Real estate seems a little hard. Things are a little heavy. Joanna, would you say you've been through anything like that? Yeah, me too. I've had different conversations with different ones of you, and people that are in this room and people that are not in this room. And, you know, I've had hard weeks and heavy weeks, and things have just been rather difficult sometimes. I'm glad they're not all difficult, but sometimes they are. And so the truth is that many of us are carrying around a backpack. Well, we all have a backpack. We all have one as we go through life. And today I want to look at what's in our backpack. Let me make sure. I got a lot of things I got to do here. There we go. All right. So let me show you. May I use your table for a minute? Okay. I'm going to pull this up here. I'm going to show you what's in my backpack. And I want you to take an inventory to see if you've got any of this stuff in your backpack. First thing I got, it's in the bottom for obvious reasons. It's a rock. Now, you don't have a rock like this. Your rock doesn't look like a pizza on the other side. I've got kids. So I pulled this out of the garden or out of the flower, whatever, the rock garden. And I was like, oh, that's the pizza one. But anyway, so this right here is in my backpack. This represents your past failures. These are the things that we carry around that, you know, the deal that fell apart, the listing that we didn't get, the client who chose somebody else, the opportunity that we missed, right? This is our past failures, and many agents are still carrying around losses from last month, last year. We're still hanging on to what happened, how it shouldn't have happened, how you could have fixed it, and you still keep playing it over in your mind. It is your past failures, but the truth is you can't drive forward while you're staring at the rearview mirror. So we can't keep looking in the past because it's in the past, it's done, it's over. What can we do about it now? But yet we still sometimes carry those around. Don't answer this, but how many opportunities have you missed because you were still thinking about the last disappointment? This is something to think about. Here's something else I got in here. A dumbbell. A dumbbell. Oh, thank you. Thanks for helping me with my baggage there. A dumbbell, this represents comparison. And this weight gets heavier on us every single time we open up and scroll social media, right? So if think about comparison, this is the one when we think we might even be thinking we're doing good, we're having a good year, and then we start scrolling, we're like, shoot, I'm not as good as that person. I haven't sold as many houses as that person. My team's not as big as them. They're selling higher priced houses than I am. So we scroll social media. It's huge for comparing ourselves. Here's the thing, we don't even realize it's happening. We don't even realize that we're measuring ourselves against everybody else, either here in the office or on social media or our friends that are out there, against Lonnie, whoever. But comparison is exhausting because the finish line keeps moving. Because as soon as you scroll and you see somebody else, you're like, oh, I got to get back at it. And that could be with real estate. That could be with life. It could be somebody's got bigger muscles. Somebody's taken more vacations. Somebody's lost more weight, whatever it is. Somebody, got married, and if that's something you want, or they're having the baby that you want, like it's comparisons, right? And so comparison actually steals the joy of the journey because it steals the joy of the journey and the focus that you need for your own success. We need to be able to keep our eyes right here, keep our eyes at home. But instead, and again, we don't even realize it's happening. So that weighs us down. Then here's this. Anybody got a stack of papers laying around? See, I got more papers. They're falling out of everywhere. Stack of papers. This represents your unfinished business. This represents all the things that you've been avoiding. Anybody been avoiding anything? At home and business. This is every task that you've put off, cleaning up your CRM, doing those follow-up calls, having those difficult conversations that you just don't want to have, coming up with a business plan, knowing your numbers, figuring out how to have a P&L, all the things. This is unfinished business that is just, again, don't even realize it, but it's weighing us down. It's weighing us down because every unfinished commitment, it really does, it lives up here and it's taking up precious bandwidth. So every time we don't take care of business, we get to carry it in our backpack. So a lot of agents aren't tired from working, but we're tired from carrying unfinished decisions. Maybe that relates. All right, I got to open up a new pack here. Here's this one. A brick. Anybody got a brick? I had to go buy this one. I don't own any bricks. I went out and I pulled up a paver actually out of my the edging of my garden or whatever, and it was too big, too heavy, couldn't do it. But this one actually represents our limiting beliefs. And limiting beliefs, let me ask you this, what story are you telling yourself? What story are we telling ourselves? We all have a story that we're telling ourselves. There's in our subconscious mind, there's always a reel running in the background, and it's a story about what we're telling ourselves. And so it could be, this market's too hard. Everything is a fight right now. Buyers aren't buying. Listings aren't moving. I'm too old. I'm too new. I got started too late. I don't know enough. I don't have enough contracts. Whatever those are, that's the story we're telling ourselves, becomes a weight that we carry in our backpack. And so the heaviest thing that many of us carry isn't even reality. It's the story that we've chosen to believe about ourselves. Okay, so watch out for limiting beliefs. Then, again, had to go buy this.
They say Home Depot.
I don't know. I didn't go. I sent my husband.
Maybe an axe.
Hey, wait, I'm not done. I got more in there. What's that? Yeah. Well, so this, it's pretty heavy. I was kind of surprised. The chain represents fear. Maybe the fear of rejection, the fear of looking stupid, the fear of making the calls, the fear of raising your standards, putting yourself out there, the fear of becoming known, making the video, having conversations. What if they ask me something you don't know? What if I, all the things, what if? It's fear. And fear is a booger. Fear is a booger because it happens and you don't even realize it. Or sometimes it happens and we justify it thinking it's wisdom, thinking like, I'm going to be safe. I'm going to use wisdom. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to guard myself. But really at the root of it, it's fear rather than anything else. And so fear doesn't usually stop us, but it does convince us to delay. Has anybody delayed because of fear? I have. And everything you've ever wanted is usually on the other side of fear. We've heard that a lot. But sometimes, carrying this around, we carry the fear. We just pack it along with us. We may still enjoy the hike, but it's with us. Then I've got a clock. A clock represents regret. Regret means, I should have started sooner. I should have bought that rental. I should have started investing sooner. Maybe you had money at one time, like a little chunk of money. This is my story. I'll be honest. I inherited a little bit of money from my grandfather before real estate. I was a stay-at-home mom and didn't know any better. And we paid off the house and we did some things with it, but I didn't maximize the opportunity that I had. I should have bought 5 rental properties with it. I should have. And I kick myself all the time to say, man, I would love to have that back. I would love a do-over. I want to redo. But we carry around regret. And the best, what they say, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. And regret keeps us stuck in yesterday. And so I have to forgive myself and let myself go, okay, Brandy, you didn't know any better. You weren't in real estate at the time. You would have chose differently if you would have known what you know now. And so don't let regret be something that you pack around with you. Let's get into action today. And sometimes we got to let that regret go. Another one, I've got a mirror. A mirror represents, it's one of those magnifying ones, which is even worse. That's worse. So mirror represents self-doubt. And who talks to you more than anyone else? You do. You talk to yourself more than anyone else. And sometimes, I would say most times, we are our worst critic. We are ugly to ourselves. We say things to ourselves that we would never say to anyone else. We would never speak to a client the way we speak to ourselves, right? Especially if we're looking at the magnifying side. So that one kind of hits hard. Then I've got a blanket here. I've got a blanket. This was supposed to be a weighted blanket. I couldn't get it in the bag. So, Laura, you want my blanket? So my blanket represents other people's expectations. This is what everybody else thinks you should do, right? You got anybody in your life that thinks they should know what you should do. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be coworkers, which I don't think it's our coworkers, but it could be the industry, it could be social media. These are expectations that have either you've picked up or people have actually put them on you. But these are the expectations that we carry around that aren't our own, but we're trying to fulfill somebody else's expectations for us. And so people who have never built the business that we're trying to build somehow feel like they know what we should be doing. And sometimes the weight that we carry isn't even ours. It's not even ours to carry. Then, I don't know where this one's at because it didn't, hold on, here it is. It didn't make it into well, I don't even think I have it unless I did put it in here. See, I've lost track of all my baggage I got. Somewhere I'm supposed to have a cell phone. May I borrow your cell phone for just a minute? All right, cell phones. Cell phones represent distraction. Distraction. This little thing is either building a business building tool or it's a dream killing machine. Because most agents, we don't need more information. We need more implementation. So think about all this stuff. If anybody wants, I could put it all back in there and I will because I got to take it home. It's heavy. It's heavy. Imagine carrying all of that weight, trying to go through life, trying to be a mom or a dad, a husband or a wife, whatever you've got to do, be a great realtor, be there for your clients, but yet you're carrying this backpack and you don't even realize it. So don't you think that will slow you down? Make life feel heavy. It feels heavy because it is heavy. And so some of these things we're going to need to get rid of because we're trying to run businesses while carrying the fear, the comparison, the regret, the distractions, the unfinished business, the limiting beliefs, and the past failures. We're carrying all that with us everywhere we go. Everywhere we go, that's what we're carrying with us. So every appointment we go on, every showing we go to, this is what's going with us in our pack. So the goal here, guys, isn't for me to get up here and go, we need to get stronger so we can carry the weight. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying let's get lighter. What can we offload? What can we unload? What can we get rid of today? That's our goal is to learn what can we let go of. So I'm going to ask you, there's a Post-it at every spot. There's a Post-it. And if you need another Post-it, grab one from an empty seat or I've got some here. I would like for you to, privately, nobody will look at these. Pick one, just one. Here you go. There you go. Thank you. Pick one thing that when I talked about it or we touched on it, it kind of hit a nerve. It kind of felt a little too close. It felt a little too tender. That's the thing that let's get rid of it. And I want you to just write one of those words. And then before we're done here, we're going to come up here and just throw them away symbolically to say, I'm done carrying this. I'm done carrying regret. I have to forgive myself. First of all, none of us are perfect. We all have all of these, by the way, but some of them are really heavy and they really do slow us down. So if you could remove one thing from your backpack today, what would it be? Write it down. Because here's the thing, as I wrap this up, we're all on a journey through life. We're on a race, we're on a journey, we're trying to, and there coming a time when we will reach the end of our journey. I don't know how long, that's a different number, different days for all of us. But throughout the journey, we're not supposed to pick up and carry as much as we can. I think when we're young, we kind of do that. We sometimes do it because that's what our parents did. That's what was modeled. That was told to us. Suck it up, dry it up. Let's go. Pull up your bootstraps. However that goes. Let's just get it done. But this is a race that we're on, and we need to cast off and lay off this extra baggage that we've been carrying, because our future is not waiting for us to become stronger. It's waiting for us to become lighter. We can move faster. We can navigate. We can pivot if we need to. We'll have more endurance. Our life will be more full and more rich. So my question for you on that sheet is just write it down. You can fold it up. We're going to throw it away. No one's going to see it. But does anybody have before we do that, and we'll be done for today, does anybody have Anything you'd like to add? Maybe an aha, something that hit you, Sandy?
Fired, don't get rehired, any of those things. All you gotta do is have more going, and then when you lose one, it doesn't feel so big.
Yeah, that's true. And I will say, the quicker we can pivot through our failures, pivot, and once we recognize these things, I'm here to call this stuff out because it's been playing in the background all this time. I'm here to call this stuff out and say, let's put an end to this. Let's focus on one thing at a time. We don't have to offload all of it. Focus on one thing at a time and be watching for it. Now, I will say the one with limiting, well, a lot of this, you can kind of hear it in how people talk. And it's easier to spot it in somebody else than it is in ourselves. And so just be on the lookout, put it on your radar, that these are the things that have been weighing us down and slowing us down and keeping us from being our true selves for what we really want and need to be doing. Make sense? Any other questions? Because we're going to wrap up. All right, please, I do want your little blue papers in the trash. We should put them on the grill, right? I like it. Seriously, I don't know how to do it, but we should. But go ahead. Join Lonnie on Thursday on Sold Mastermind. He's leading Sold Mastermind. Be on Sold Mastermind Thursday. And we got class tomorrow. We got golf range tomorrow. Lots of stuff going on.
Let's get 30 people on Sold Mastermind to show
Let's
how
do
much we love.
the Thursday 30. Yep. All right. Bring up your weight here and let's get rid of it. And then we're dismissed.
I am. Took a little effort.
No.
That was good.
No.
I hit it with that, it's only one.
Hey, it's like a.
Just stop.
Increase.
Thank you.